For 70 years, our story has also been your story. Tonight, we take a look back, celebrating 70 years as Lubbock's first television station, KLBK. Local news that matters.
When you hear that signature music,
Stell, Chief Meteorologist,
you know what time it is. And over the years, you can say we've changed quite a bit.
The West Texas Television Network, 10 o'clock news.
But let's add some music now and call it Disco Urgency.
Is the Weekend Report from News Center 13.
Talk about iconic. Let's jump to the 80s for this next one, and I know you're going to recognize these faces.
News Center 13 with Chris Alexander and Carol Thomas. Chris Contreras with weather and John Harris with sports. This is News Center 13's Late Report.
Now add some cool graphics and a new and improved logo.
Keeping an eye on the South Plains. You're watching KLBK TV 13 Lubbock.
This can't be the 90s without a good hit turn, right? Kinda glad we got rid of those. Okay, time for a new slogan. You ready for it?
on your side. This is KLBK 13 News. Bringing you the best coverage of the big story. This is KLBK News.
Uh-oh, now we're getting fancy.
Bringing you local news that matters in high definition.
But one thing hasn't changed over the years.
Good evening, folks and boys and girls.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. This is the Weekend Report. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
And we thank you for choosing KLBK.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for choosing KLBK News. I'm Matt Stell. For 70 years, we thank you for choosing us. The year is 1952, and if you lived in Lubbock, chances are you had never seen a television before, and the few that had probably had only seen one in a Dallas hotel where TV sets could be rented for 2 hours.
That's crazy to me. At the time, the industry was limited to major markets. Small towns at the time, like Lubbock, mainly relied on radio, but incredibly, KDUB changed that, becoming the first television station in a medium-sized market between Los Angeles and Fort Worth.
Our Elizabeth Fitz sat down with someone who was there to witness the magic of it all.
I'm from the older generation, I'll be the first to admit it. I've done several interviews in this home right here. They'd bring their big lights out, you know, and also a big camera they'd hold on their shoulder. You just got a little miniature camera.
It's a phone and a camera.
Oh, it's a camera and a phone? Isn't that something? That's what's amazing to me, is the progress.
Jerry Bo Coleman started off as a radio personality for KDUB-FM back in 1956.
This is anchoring the antenna in a cotton field.
Okay, that's what he was. That was all of this was cotton, you know, where we're sitting right now. There was no building here.
Back when University Avenue was still a dirt road. Years later, Jerry got a job at KLBK.
There's a lot of good memories in my old-time radio career days and also television. I did the weather from 79 to 84.
Now, back in the 50s, they didn't even have the weather on news stations yet, did they?
Probably not, no. And all I'd do was put on my shirt, my tie, and a coat, and I'd be doing the weather, you know, from here up.
Yeah.
We still do that today.
Oh, do you?
Yes, we do.
To an extent. I still have to wear the slacks, but I wear tennis shoes.
Okay.
And he is the reason our newsroom is a safe place for journalists.
I had a stalker, that's right.
And that's why they had the double doors.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Somewhere along the way, the station made some unfortunate budget cuts because today we do not have a cooking show, cafeteria, or in-house chef.
Yeah, Polly was her name. She was the cook. Yeah, Polly.
That's her.
Yeah.
She's advertising Alka-Seltzer, Ritz Pie Crust, and Minute Brand sliced potatoes.
She was our cook. In other words, you'd go in and say, Polly, how you doing? Fix me a hamburger. You want everything on it, J. Ribot? I said, yeah, all of it. This is probably where Polly Hargrove was.
Not only was TV up and coming, but 1952 was a record-breaking year for polio outbreaks in the United States. And that's when KW TV started doing telethons to fight against the virus.
Polio did not look fun.
Broadcasters like Jerry found ways to use these new and magical platforms to make positive impacts in communities around the country that still live on today.
I got 87 years old on this old carcass. I'm the only person that's still alive today, to my knowledge, that worked here in 1956. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, jackanapes of all ages, if you're out driving this afternoon, be sure and watch your driving, because those streets are icy. They're slicker than cow slobber on a wet pavement.
Elizabeth Fitz, KLBK News.
I love the last line.
Hey, it's so awesome. I imagine there's somebody else that you could just spend hours listening to with all the stories. We'd love if we had Polly back here.
I love it. Well, incredible stuff. Elizabeth, thank you for sharing Jerry's story with us. You know, commercials and advertisers have always been a part of our history from the day we first went on air.
Yeah, one of those advertisers has been our longtime partner, United Supermarkets. So as we head to break, a little nostalgia for you.
And at United's frozen food chest, you can mix or match Stillwell frozen vegetables. 6 packages for 89 cents. Choose new crop white potatoes in the 10-pound bag at United, just 39 cents. California Wonder Bell peppers, a nickel each, and fresh cucumbers, just 5 cents each. Get government-inspected extra lean ground steak for only 49 cents a pound at United, and 7-cut steak, 59 cents a pound. Club steak, a low 69 a pound, and center-cut shoulder roast at 45 cents a pound. United supermarkets are open till 9 each night and all day Sunday for your convenience. Shop the store at 1704 50th, 1924th Street, the Mackenzie Terrace store at 1720 Parkway Drive, or the Modern Manners store at 4234 Boston.